You ever look at the list of classes for a university degree and wonder, is there a plan here? Well, it turns out it's not just a random collection of courses. There's actually a hidden architectural blueprint, and it's designed to make sure you learn exactly what the program promises. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and take a look at that blueprint.
And that really gets us to the core question, right? When you sign up for a degree that says it'll make you a leader or an innovator or a critical thinker, how does it actually guarantee that happens? How do you know that by the end, you'll walk away with those exact skills?
So here's how we're going to break it down. We'll start at the 30,000-foot view with the degree's big promise. Then we'll zoom in to see how that promise becomes a real skill. After that, we'll see how it shows up in your actual classes. Then, the really cool part, we'll look at the master map for the entire journey. And finally, we'll talk about why this whole blueprint is so important in the first place. All right, first up, the degree's big promise. You know, any good plan starts with the destination in mind, and designing a degree program is no different. So at the very, very top of the structure, you have something called a program-level goal. Just think of this as the mission statement. It's not about passing one specific exam. It's the big, ambitious idea of the kind of person the program wants to create. Let's make this real. An MBA in marketing doesn't just have a goal to teach marketing. It's so much bigger than that. The program goal here is to produce competent and effective leaders, people who can actually go out and create these comprehensive strategies. See? It's all about who you become. Okay, but effective leader is a little fuzzy, right? It's hard to grade someone on that. So the architects of the degree have to take that big promise and translate it into something real, something you can actually teach and measure.
And that's where this next level comes in, the trait, or what's often called a learning objective. This is where you take a piece of that big, inspiring goal and you make it operational. You turn it into a specific skill, a concrete competency that can be built block by block. So for our MBA example, how do you build an effective leader? Well, the program decides that one key ingredient is quantitative analysis, the ability to look at data, make sense of it, and use it to make smart decisions. And just like that, the big vision starts to become a tangible skill.
Okay, now let's zoom in to the level we're all most familiar with, the individual class. This is where the rubber really meets the road. It's where these big ideas finally meet the student.
Every single syllabus you've ever gotten has these course learning outcomes, and they are super specific. They're not about what you'll know. They're about what you'll be able to do by the time you're done with that course. And here is where it all clicks into place. To build that skill of quantitative analysis, a student in, say, a business statistics course will have an outcome like this. Actually apply regression analysis using software like R or SPSS. It's a hands-on, provable task that directly builds that bigger skill we were talking about. So let's just pause and look at this beautiful structure we've uncovered. You've got the big picture program goal at the top, which is broken down into a specific learning objective, which is then taught through a very concrete course outcome. See? Every single layer is connected, all working together. And now for the really cool part. We've seen how the pieces connect in a single class, but how do they connect across your entire degree? It's time to unveil the architect's actual blueprint. Because let's be real, you don't master a skill like quantitative analysis in just one course. So how is it built? Piece by piece? Over several years? Well, I can tell you this. It does not happen by accident. This right here is the master plan. It's called a curriculum map. Now, I know it might look a little complicated, but its job's actually pretty simple. It shows exactly where each skill is being taught across the whole program. So, if you follow the row for that analytical skill, you can see it's intentionally woven through different classes. It's introduced in business statistics, it's developed more in marketing research, and it's finally expected to be mastered in the final capstone project. It's a journey. So you probably saw those 3 key words on the map: introduced, developed, and mastered. This is the official progression of learning. First, in an early course, the idea is introduced. You get the basics. Then, in later courses, you develop that skill. You practice it. You apply it. And finally, by the end, you're expected to have mastered it, meaning you can use it on your own to solve complex problems. Okay, that is a ton of planning, right? So, why? Why go through all this trouble? Why does this blueprint matter so much?
Well, it really all boils down to one word: alignment. This whole process makes sure that every single course, every professor, every assignment is rowing in the same direction. It means the learning from one class is intentionally built upon in the next one. Nothing is left to chance. And for you, the student, this is huge. It means you're on a clear, logical path where skills are built up over time, not just thrown at you randomly. It prevents those weird gaps where you feel like you missed something crucial. And maybe most importantly, it proves the quality of your education to employers, showing them that your skills were built by design.
So in the end, a great degree isn't just a shopping list of courses you have to check off. It's an engineered journey. Every single stop, every single step is designed to get you to that final destination.
This whole system is how a powerful education is designed. And it kind of leaves us with one last big question to think about, doesn't it? If this is how you design a degree, how could we use this same blueprint, start with a big goal, break it into skills, and map the journey, to design our own careers with that same level of intention?